This isn't TV. This is Spotify or Apple Podcasts, and you're listening to Commitment
Commitment
Issue.
issues. It's also on YouTube, so hey,
Morgan works so hard to record these videos for you people, so you better be watching
they're a
because
struggle.
I
I'm
know.
video editing, my major. What a struggle. I had like an hour and a half long, not an hour and a half, maybe like an hour long meeting with my internship advisor yesterday. And it was just him telling me how to edit like different things with like audio and stuff. I'm like, I've never learned this stuff in my life. Oh God.
That's why you're learning it now, so you can be educated. I don't know
No
why I said that.
education.
I know.
No, we don't. I'm almost done. I just got confirmation that I am graduating. I got approved. So hell yeah.
Yay, we love approval for graduation and not struggling at the last minute. Lovely.
So glad.
We can't wait to see Morgan get her diploma and be all successful and such.
Oh, I hope so. We're gonna be in Hollywood by the time I graduate, you know?
Yeah, that's the plan. Oh my goodness gracious. And you know what, Morgan? I think after you graduate, we need to go on our own tour. And I'm not talking how Warped Tour is working this year, you know what I mean? With those 3 dates, those
I
three
know, I
weekends.
saw that and I was like, damn, I want to go to Warped Tour. And then it was like three different dates, and I'm like, I don't want to go to Warped Tour.
I actually will pass on Warped Tour,
I,
thank you
I will
very much.
pass, yeah.
But I was trying to pull up the poster that I had. However, I didn't save it on my phone, so that's
Iconic.
lovely. But yeah, so Vans Warped Tour is back, or at least a version of it. Um, okay, yeah, Washington, D.C., June 14th to 15th, and then Long Beach, California, July 26th to the 27th, and then Orlando, Florida, November 15th and 16th.
I don't know why I thought one of them was in Texas.
I have no idea. Um, Pre-sale was yesterday?
I think so. And they're like, okay, to
Oh,
be
wait, no. I'm stupid. It's next week.
either way, we have ticket prices though, and it's $150, which apparently it used to be like 50, but honestly, with how like Lollapalooza tickets are like $400, so I mean, for a festival to be 150, that's for both days. That's with fees. It's like both days with fees. That's not that bad. Like I feel like it
Yes,
could be a lot worse.
true. See, somebody mentioned like, oh, I don't know what everybody else was expecting, but that's kind of what I was expecting. Like, well, no, not like me
I
personally, but I saw somebody else say like that was what I was expecting, and I'm like, am I just stupid because I was not expecting that?
I mean, I was
But
expecting them to be like higher prices because I did hear about the $50 tickets like from the past or when that
yeah.
was first an idea. But
Mhm.
I think like like I said, it could be a lot worse. I definitely expected them to be like somewhat higher. At least they're not like $500. So I mean, let's go.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, like, the cost of anything, like nowadays, I would expect it to be high. I
Yeah.
was just like, oh, that is less stopped than I thought. However, I don't know if it's like, I don't know like what the deal is there. Like, I don't know if they just wanted to like just do those three for like just to see how it goes. Because I know it's like bringing it back, but I figured like if people like used to go to them, it would probably be like pretty hyped up anyway. And I mean, I'm sure a lot of people will go, maybe. I don't
I
know.
would
It's
go if
like,
there I would go if it was near us, but you know.
yeah, I'm not fully committed to going to Washington, D.C., mostly because I hear about driving in D.C. and like that just like I don't even know. Cause
I think
like
I went to DC when I was like 8, and that was the most boring trip I have ever been on. The only reason I was excited to go was because I love pandas, and they had pandas at the zoo at the time. And then I
I'd
didn't even get to see the pandas.
no, see, went there for nothing.
I had to see them through a screen, and my brother got to see them because we like split up kind of. So we were by the screens, and he caught like a glimpse of them, and I was like, I'm actually gonna fight you.
That's
I wanted
messed
to see a
up.
panda so badly.
Poor Morgan just got her panda dreams crushed in Washington, D.C. So we're never going to Washington, D.C. for a concert because of that. So,
Unless they
sorry.
bring out a panda on stage.
Austin will bring out a panda on stage just for you.
I want to
It'll
hug a
be
panda.
Do you think they give good hugs?
Yeah, they're pretty lazy animals, so I feel like they'd be pretty chill with a hug too.
I guess
Apparently
so.
they're vicious, but like they're too lazy to be vicious.
I feel like pandas and sloths probably give the best hugs.
I love sloths too. I
Morgan and
have
I love sloths, if anybody didn't know that, because why would anybody know that? I don't know.
sloths are so cute.
I know. They're just like so, they're just so goofy. Anyways, Morgan, we got some new music, new releases. Why don't you start us off with,
So you guys are never gonna believe who finally made. I'm so kidding. He deserved his rest. But he finally made a little comeback. Austin Knight released two demos last. I guess today. Um, he
yeah.
released two demos called "Call Me Beat Me," which is one we have been anticipating for so long because he promised it like back in August or something. Um,
Mhm.
and then a new one that nobody's ever heard of called Talking to Myself. I almost said Talk to Me.
I
Um,
know. I kept saying that too. Great movie though.
never seen it.
Oh wait, it's just Talk to Me. Whatever.
Still
Anyway.
never seen it. So talking to myself, which actually she's pretty good, but we're gonna get into that in a second. Also, I'm gonna talk about Knightley's new song called "Where Do We Go From Here," and then Kaitlyn's gonna talk about Daisy Grenade's new song, which I don't know what it's called because I didn't know they released a song.
It's okay. It's called How to Hide a Body, which
As they should.
yeah. But I'll get into that. Morgan will get into 90. But first, yes, we all know how much Morgan and I love water parks. I know you guys are probably rolling your eyes, being like, I want to talk about anything else. We'll keep it brief. Anyway, so
No,
Morgan, Call Me Beat Me debut happened in Ohio.
I'm forever jealous. I was in a thrift store when he played it, so I
Yeah,
couldn't even listen.
I know. I took a video though. It's okay. It's
It
on
is
my
okay.
phone.
I'm so
And
jealous. Why does school have to start the same weekend that Ohio happened? Because like I should have been there. I
I know
should.
you should have been there. You should
It
have
was
been
such
right
a
next to me.
it
We would
it
have
was
been
such a
hugging
cheap
during Lucky
ticket.
People. Sorry, go ahead.
Like it was right there. It's only what, like an 8 hour drive.
Only an 8 hour drive.
Only like an 8 hour drive.
Mm, debatable. I just got a pop-up that says playing music. No, we're talking about music. Thank you.
Like
Anyway.
about to be like it's a tweet from Austin.
Oh, no. But yeah.
So yeah, he's using
Um,
Twitter too. So now our phones are blowing up every time he decides to open his app.
yeah. He knew we were going to be filming the podcast today. That's why he did
Yeah.
that. But yeah, call me, beat me. Morgan, what were your first thoughts, your first reactions to Call Me Beat Me?
Okay, so you know the little like phone noises at the
Hmm.
beginning? I love that. The thing is, whenever I'm making like my little short films or whatever, there's this website I use that has like these free like little audio clips or whatever, like little public domain stuff. It sounds like one of those like those phone ringings that I've heard on there. So that kind of made me laugh because I was like, did he really just get this off of like a public domain website? But pop off if he did.
You never know with Austin though, because he has a lot of like voice notes that are like stuff he's recorded, but like I don't know. You never
It
know.
sounds like an office phone too. It's not even like our normal cell phone ringing. It's like an office phone.
I know, and it reminded me of the show The Office, and I was like, oh my God, Jim and Pam coded.
Well, he does like The Office. So
Very true. But yeah.
then there was like a lot of the phone in the background audio. And then at some point, as I was like writing that note down, there was like a glittery, like sparkly sound. And I was like, that's so like, I love it so much.
Hmm. I saw that in the visualizer too, that was on like Spotify when I was listening. It was just like it looked like a bunch of like beads of light that were like going like in and out in like such a way that like went so well with the song. And I'm like, okay, granted, I'm sure Austin filmed that ahead of time and like picked that to go with the song, but I was like, oh, it's so satisfying just like watching it while like you were like
I
listening
didn't
to the
actually
song.
watch the visualizer, but I definitely have to, especially when he posts the actual visual. Oh my God.
It's okay.
Visualizer.
Yeah. I mean, it was just like literally a loop. So like obviously it wasn't the full thing, but
Yeah.
like
I just had my phone up, like turned off. Or no, I was on my phone taking notes or whatever. So
Hmm.
this sounds so dumb. Like I'm listening to my favorite band's like new song and I'm taking notes on it. Like
Morgan, that's what I do when we do the album reviews. It's
it's
fine.
so true. That's what I did do every time.
Yeah. I love Call Me Beat Me, hearing it. Like, he changed a line, although I regret not writing down what it was because that's really unfortunate that I
Do you know
can't
what
think
it
of it.
was?
Oh my God. I would need to, like, I'm not even gonna go there because it's gonna take me forever to find it. I swear he changed the line though, because like I was listening to it and I was thinking back to like hearing it and I was like, that sounded different. That's Why didn't I write that down?
He always, I
Amateur
mean, he
behavior.
changes stuff all the time what did he change live? He changed, oh, he changed not Violet.
Yeah,
Was it Violet?
yeah.
Yeah. In, Greatest Hits 2024?
Yeah, eyes up in my closet, hands deep in my pockets.
Yeah. I love that. I love that little lyric change.
I do too. Also, hearing Greatest Hits 2024 was crazy. But yeah.
Um,
Um, any more
Next
notes
one,
on Call Me Beat Me? It's for the earners, you know. Don't know what I'm doing with my hands.
one of my favorite parts of that song, he just sounds so goofy when he says it. It's not TV, it's HBO. I swear to God, if Austin ever hears this, I am not making fun of him. Like, please.
No, Austin, we love you. That's why we used it as the intro, if anybody picked up on that at all. Yeah. TV at HBO.
Also, after
Pick it
the
up at Cinnamon. Sorry. But which, like, that also made me laugh because I was just picturing him kicking, bitching, and moaning. But, like, I don't know. Like, on his bed, just being like, I don't
uh,
know why. That's so weird. He's a grown man, but anyways.
no, he's so pooky pilled. He was on
He
live.
is.
He literally was on live yesterday, right? And he just would not stop saying it, and he kept acknowledging that he was gonna keep saying it. He was like, "Oh my God, he okay." First of all, he had a stick up his ass yesterday. He was being such a. He was like, um, somebody asked him if he knew a specific band. I'm getting so off topic, but he was like, "Do you?" He wouldn't stop talking about the fact that somebody asked like, "Do you know the band Ghost or whatever?" And he's like, "Do you know the band Ghost? Do you know this band? Do you know that band?" And I'm like, Austin, shh, please. Like what? I'm sure they meant well.
Yeah.
Also,
Just, you know.
going back to like the actual topic,
Yeah.
the harmonies after the bridge, like the background vocals, like I liked how you could hear the different like words. Like they were so quiet or whatever, but they were so good.
I know. Those like scratched my brain just right. I was like, I love when Austin just like has hidden little things in there that like I'm now like a dog trained to listen to and like search for. I just like can't
I
stop
heard those
going.
a lot better than I heard the ones in I think it's Snow Globe and um Starfucker. Like
Hmm.
I heard the ones for this one a lot better than those two songs.
Oh, I completely agree. No, when like Starfucker first came out, I was like, Where was that?" And now I'm like, I think I'm more like aware of it
There's
like
another one
early
in
in the album.
entertainment.
Oh gosh. Oh, Peach.
Oh, is it Peach? Yeah, I've never heard the ones in Peach.
I know, me too, which is why when he sang it when he was like overseas when they were doing the acoustic shows, I was like, I'm sorry, am I stupid? What song is that? And I was like, if anybody heard me say that, it would be To the Guillotine for me.
Oh my
But
God,
anyways,
no.
I
Um,
keep going like, 'cause I'm missing you. That like part, it just makes me brain so happy. I'm just like, yes, I am
I
missing
love
Austin.
I went to Dunkin' this morning and on the car ride there, I was blasting them on repeat. And I'm sure if anyone in the Dunkin' parking lot like heard me, because it was Call Me Beat Me, talking to myself, random song, and then it was just like the repeat. And I'm sure if anyone heard me, they would just be like, "What the fuck?" It's
No worries.
not as bad as the time I played Real Super Dark on loop for 45 minutes straight in the Dunkin' drive-through line because it was so long. My poor roommate was like, um, actually was like about to jump out of the car.
It's
She
okay. You're just
dreams,
introducing them to good music and getting those streams in.
she dreams about that song. It's so bad. She was like, she literally came to me one day and was like, I had a dream that uh that song, like a water park song, was playing and I knew what it was because of you. And I was like, oh, what song? And she was like, the one that you played in the Dunkin' parking lot for 45 minutes the day it came out. And I was like, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I know exactly which the culprit. I know it. No, but like having Call Me Beat Me and like Telephone now, it's like those are like the two songs where it's just like gut-wrenchingly like I mean, okay, no, putting like Call Me Beat Me closer, high definition, Never Bloom Again. I'm dead. I'm
And
literally
disease,
gone.
you know.
Like those are gut-wrenching. I'm literally like sobbing. Anyway, love isn't real.
Nothing like water.
It is in some cases like Alex Warren and cover.
They're the only ones. No, there's a lot of people that I think of, but
Yeah. I'm okay. Love is real.
we're not called the Commitment Issues Podcast for nothing.
Yeah, so relax. Anyways, Morgan, I'm so glad I'm not talking to myself right now because I would just like I want to share my thoughts on talking to myself. The song by Waterparks, a demo.
Yeah. Do you want to start? Because you're gonna laugh at my notes.
Oh no.
They're so random.
Oh yeah. No, Morgan, how about you start? Because I'm just yapping. I'm sorry.
Okay. So to start off, it sounded like a dream. I don't know how to describe it, but it just I was listening to it and I was like, this sounds like a dream.
You know what? I honestly get where you're coming from because it felt like I don't because like the way that Austin was singing, it just sounded like I can tell like where the very like dream-like dream
That's very like
like state would
it had
come
like
from.
that haze, like it had like a haze over it. I don't know how to describe it. Like,
No, I get what you're saying.
and then to go along with that, it feels like I'm sad in a Gravity Falls episode.
Ooh, visualizer.
Like I don't like
Okay.
that's how I describe it. It's like if you were sad in a Gravity Falls episode, that would be playing in the background.
Mm.
Like, Dipper's talking to himself in a mirror. Also, for anyone who doesn't know, I freaking love Gravity Falls, and if season 3 ever happens, you will not hear from me until I watch the whole thing. Like,
Commitment issues will actually be coming to a screeching halt. Um,
until oh, what's his name? Alex. Why can't I think of his name?
know who you're talking about? Can't think of it off the top of my head though.
Well, his first name's Alex. We talk about a lot of Alexes on here.
Mhm.
So creator Gravity Falls, Alex Hirsch. There we go. Alex Hirsch. If you ever want to come on Commitment Issues podcast, I wouldn't be opposed. I love your work. Please.
Can't imagine. Oh my God. Can't imagine why he ever would. I don't know why my voice is doing that.
It's because I'm
Uh,
giving Gravity Falls a shout out. I bought the book a bill. The day it came out, left work, changed out of my work clothes, and was like, I don't know how quickly this book is selling out. And literally went, bye, mom, because she was at home. I'm going to get this book and spent almost $30 on it.
as you should.
It's an expensive book, but it's like interesting.
That's a die-hard fan right there. I got my Dipper Pop figure sitting over there.
I love Gravity Falls. I dressed up as Mabel for an event for when I was in theater.
Mm.
Fun fact, I was a theater kid.
Boo, I'm just kidding. Don't be mean to theater kids.
I'll be mean to theater kids. I was one.
Okay, well that's fine. I wasn't so like I was in like one play where I auditioned. No, I was anyway, that's anyway. Um talking to myself, I almost said call me BB. Anyway, talking to myself, there was this like beat on it that like reminded me a lot of when I listened to like okay, this is gonna sound stupid, but like I have like a rap playlist, which like oh my God, that sounds like just so it sounds cringy to me for I don't know what reason, but I have one and it's more like mellow stuff, mostly Juice World anyway. We're gonna move past that. And like I listen to like Jack Harlow and like Mac Miller and stuff too.
I'm
I
not
feel
just,
like people make fun of Juice World, but like come on. Why are you making
I
fun
feel
of
like
Juice
he's
World?
so good.
I like Juice WRLD anyway. That's besides the point.
He's like
But
really popular too, so.
yeah, true. Um, I don't talking to myself reminded me like of that. Not that it's not like rap at all. It's just like the beat on it reminded me of like that playlist that I have, and I was like, I like this a lot, even though I'm literally bawling my eyes out. But anyways, um, Morgan, did you have any other thoughts on talking to
Um,
myself?
I went, okay, beat drop.
Yes.
And also the end of it was interesting to me because it kind of sounded like a VHS tape rewind. Like,
Yes. That's so correct.
I love that. Hold on.
Okay. Um, there was a line in talking to myself that like um Austin says, I don't hate Houston, it just makes me feel small. And I love that line. However, when I first heard it, it's the way that he said Houston, he like broke it up into two parts, and got so confused because I was like, I don't know why. I just wasn't registering that he said Houston, and I was like, what was that? And then when I actually read the lyrics, I was like, oh, Houston. But um I just think I mean, even before the song came out, when Austin was talking about like, oh, he went back to like his childhood bedroom and he's thinking about like going back home and like not that he like hates Houston at all or has any like negative feelings about it. It's just that so much has changed since like, Water Park started and like when he moved to LA and all that. And it just like I feel like I saw a lot of people on the timeline being like, I relate to this in some way where it's just like I've either like always been in my small hometown or like I just moved away or like when I went to school and now I'm back and I'm like, oh my gosh, like time to be in real life now. Let's go find a job. But like listening to talking to myself in my childhood bedroom, wild, wild.
I think I got a little lucky that I'm not in my childhood bedroom because it's definitely been like I think it would have hit a little different if I was listening for the first time there. But also it's such a crazy concept because I know in December I'm going back home and I'm not coming back up here. Which
Mhm.
thank God. But like um
Thank the Lord.
I don't think I could deal with coming back up here. But anyway, um I'm just so like I just feel like it would be so hard hitting if I was there. And because it's been such an overwhelming week, I think that's just adding on top of everything. Like, it's just weird. It
Yeah,
was definitely a crazy listen, though. I was like, oh my God.
I know. I honestly think like talking to myself has to be like one of my new favorite Park songs. I'm not even gonna lie.
It's so good.
I
Yeah,
saw somebody. Oh,
I'm
sorry, go
definitely a
ahead.
call me Mimi person, like out of the two, but like, you will not catch me skipping talking to myself.
Oh no, I love both of them. Like I think they're both like I don't know. I was just like, okay, couldn't have come back with a bang like you like in a couldn't have picked like
Better choices.
yes, thank you. I like couldn't get the words out, which is so great when you're on a podcast because your whole spiel is talking. Not to yourself though. Well,
It's
sometimes.
talking to yourself.
Yep. But I saw somebody make a connection to A Night Out on Earth and talking to myself when Austin references like um like oh my God, what's the line that I'm thinking of? Oh my God. It's basically like him talking about like going back to Houston and people who like
Oh,
haven't ever
um,
talked to him.
Houston, with my friends got here, tired all the time. What Little Violence? Is that Little Violence?
Well, yeah, maybe Little Violence too, but I was thinking of
Oh, no, Royal.
no, it was oh yeah, well yeah, somebody did say Royal too. But I was thinking of like and your lemonade stand. Oh, come on, man, we're bros.
A
I've
Night Out
known
on
you
Earth?
forever, watched your little band grow.
Night Out on
Yeah.
Earth.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just couldn't think of the line. I was trying to think of it. It
Oh,
wasn't coming to me.
I don't know what I missed.
I don't know either. It's fine though. I was trying to think of that line because somebody made a connection between that line and just like the entirety of like talking to myself with like the whole, oh, like, Houston like changing for Austin and then like obviously people changing where they're like,
Yeah.
oh, your band has grown so much. But it's like, oh, they haven't like they didn't talk to him before they like blew up and stuff.
Yeah.
So I just like, I just wanted to point out that people were making connections between that. And I was just like,
People made
okay,
there was a lot of connection. Nobody is talking about Call Me Beat Me from Funeral Grey, like that lyric. And I'm like, I know it's such a small thing, but like he literally says it right there.
yeah.
Call me
I
beat me
mean,
if you want my skin. Yeah, make the connection. Kim
if they
Possible,
hadn't said it like now, I'm almost positive they have brought it up before it came out.
probably.
But yeah,
I'm I don't see a lot of, I haven't seen a lot of Parks like Twitter stuff recently, so I mean,
fair
but that's
enough.
just because Austin was on hiatus and nobody talks about Parks when they're on hiatus for some reason.
Yeah, that's true. Which is like, I don't know. I guess like sometimes it like sucks because it's like, oh man, like Parks is gone. But I'm glad that they've been through like so much. So I'm glad they're like taking a break. And
Yeah,
I'm very thankful that Austin released those demos because I love them. They're great. I
they're so.
love Parks music. Lots of
Anyways,
this.
so we're gonna move on to. Would you like to talk about Daisy Grenade first?
Oh,
Because
sure.
skip words.
Okay. Words were not loading. Anyway, so yeah, there was also another new release yesterday. It's How to Hide a Body by Daisy Grenade. Um, so basically, I believe this song was about, I'm not sure whose ex it was, but one of them had an abusive ex. So this is kind of like talking about like like obviously they didn't kill their ex, but it's just like you wanting to get rid of this like toxic person in your life. And like they did so by saying like, does anybody know how to hide a body? I need some shovel and some rope. Pretend you never saw me. And I'm just like, oh, banger, banger, bang. Another line that I really liked was running out of time and I'm broke. Meaning like I gotta like bury this body and like I'm a broke bitch. I'm running out of time too. I don't know. I like Daisy Grenade's music, like from the first time I heard it, always like I mean, I don't know why, but like a lot of like their album covers just have like blood on them for some reason. Well, not Sophomore Slump, I think it's called. Oh my gosh, if that's wrong. But like Cult
I
Classic
think that's
obviously
right. I
does.
think I've heard that one.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think
actually, I think maybe not like the Cult Classic like as a whole, but I think like the singles do. It's like a guitar with that.
I
But
think the
yeah.
Daisy Grenade song I've ever heard is Jesus. So it's the collab with Young Culture.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't. I don't know if the music video is out or not. Maybe it is. Not sure. But yeah, I don't know. I really liked it. I was just like, it re like oddly enough, I like was thinking like in an alternate universe of Morgan and I having to like hide a body and be like, oh shit, or like it reminded me a lot at the end of I think Dream Boy when Otto and Chip are taking a body out of the back of the car. I was just like, uh, I don't know. It was just
That
like a funny thing thinking about like if Morgan and I ever had to hide a body, how it would be so dysfunctional. We'd be like, what is happening?
I don't think I think if me and you had to hide a body, we would be slightly this is the FBI. I swear to God, we're not gonna I
Yeah,
promise.
none of that's
None of
happening,
that.
obviously.
I think we could be slightly successful until we're not, you know?
Yeah,
Like I think we would be doing okay and then just something would go wrong.
yeah. But overall, I really enjoyed the song. It like is a bit of an earworm, I will admit. Like that, does anybody know how to hide a body, shovel in some rope, pretend you never saw me? Like yeah.
I'll have to go.
That and like, I don't know. It's just one of those things that I think is going to be stuck in my head for a while. And definitely added to a playlist at some point. I just need to craft the perfect one. But yeah, I know that wasn't a whole lot to say on it, but sometimes,
Sometimes it's not a lot to say. And
yeah.
that's okay.
But yeah,
I don't
shout
have a
out
lot
to
to say
Daisy
on the next
Grenade.
one.
Yeah, and go listen to How to Hide a Body. And Morgan.
So Nightly released a new song today as well, called Where Do We Go From Here? So it's very upbeat, and I love upbeat music, but a lot of from the stuff I've heard, not everything's like upbeat, but we love Nightly. They're so good. It's very talking stage coded. Like
Oh, is it?
the lyrics are literally like talking about like having the conversation of like where are we going from here. Um, but also like I said, very short topic of this one, but in the back at I think towards the end or whatever, there's like this part where in the backing track is like where do we go? But it's so monotone that I was laughing because it's just it's so monotone, but it's just like where do we go? Where do like I can't sing it, but like
Okay.
it was
Oh, so where do we go from here? And Call Me Beat Me might be besties. Might be on a playlist together.
oh yeah, I definitely think so.
I love that.
They're very
I
commitment issues
unfortunately haven't
coded.
gotten a chance to listen to it, but I need to do that. I'm slacking. But yeah, I'm sorry I cut you off. I
We
keep
should
doing
make the
that.
commitment issues playlist,
That's a great idea.
and
And
it's
then
just
we'll
a
link it.
story. Make
Yeah.
it a what's it called? I can't think of the word, but you know when an album is like a story, because intellectual property is this kind of
Oh. Oh my God, I know exactly what you're talking about, but I
Nile
cannot.
Horn, Heartbreak Weather is also oh my God, I have to look it up.
Please pause while we look up the word that we're thinking of. Wow. Words are so hard sometimes. I just can't.
Concept album.
There you go.
It's we should make like a concept playlist.
I think that's a great idea. You're watching real time. Well, no. You're watching commitment issues brainstorming. And we normally don't do this while on the podcast. However, sometimes inspiration strikes. And
Oh
I
yeah,
love that. But yeah. Any more thoughts on where do we go from here?
just go listen to it. Go stream Nightly. We love Nightly.
Nightly is good. I need to listen to them more, but they're very good.
Hate My Favorite Band, Chef's Kiss. Favorite song.
Because I do hate my favorite. I'm just kidding. Okay.
Something. Let me tell you, your favorite band is something. They're my
So
favorite band.
it's
I can't
yours,
think of anything.
Morgan. But yeah,
Funny.
Bobby tweeted that. I'm so sorry about the root beer debacle. That was hysterical.
That's a root beer debacle.
I just like I've been just drinking a lot of root beer and like I
As
didn't
you
care
should.
which kind it was. Whatever. I follow Mug Root Beer on Instagram, so I figured it was only right for me to drink Mug Root Beer. Sponsor us.
Okay, anyways, coming
Yeah.
back in.
All right. New releases. I'm just going to quickly talk about two new, well, other releases that are not coming out just yet, but don't you worry. Born with a Broken Heart, Damiano David, the lead singer of Måneskin, is coming out with a new song on October 25th. So mark your calendars. He's been releasing some
That'll
music just
actually already be out by the time this comes out, so
yeah, go listen to it right now. Woo! I love when stuff like that happens. Okay. And then this one will definitely not be out by the time this episode is out, but Negative Spaces is a single by Poppy that's coming out because I believe she's having an album that's coming out. Oh my gosh. I can't remember if the album is November 15th or if I'm assuming this single has to be like earlier. But okay, it's, I think out right now is Crystallized. No. Oh my gosh. Negative Spaces is the album. Pause. The singles are Crystallized, The Cost of Giving Up, and They're All Around Us. Okay. Which I believe those, obviously, since they're singles, are out right now. But Negative Spaces will be out November 15th. I saved it. Woo, no, I didn't anyways. Um, and yeah, those were the last two I had. I need to, stop talking with my hands.
I love talking with my hands. It's so fun.
I know, it's just like it gives pizzazz. But anyway, so yeah, those are the new releases that we wanted to talk about today.
Since we're on the topic of new releases, what have you been listening to recently?
Morgan, I am so glad you asked. More recently, I have been just listening to One Direction. Blast from the past.
Yeah, it's
Um,
been a minute since I've like dove into my playlist.
yeah, I know. I think I
That's
have the One
that's all
Direction
I've been
playlist you
listening to the
made
last 2 days
saved.
though. That's not true. I was listening to Water Parks today, but like the last 2 days have just been One Direction.
Yeah. Um, for any of you that don't know, me and Morgan love One Direction so dearly.
Sorry,
Oh,
I said it all.
what happened?
I forgot that it made noise and I tapped it. For our audio listeners, that is a pumpkin that when you wind it up, it like clicks and like moves around. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I didn't even hear it. That's why I wasn't worried
Oh,
about it.
okay.
Yeah, you're good.
I like panicked because I was like, oh God, I didn't mean to just, like set it off in the middle of you talking.
You're fine. I've literally been interrupting you every other sentence. It's so okay.
That's just our dynamic. We interrupt each other. It's fine.
I know. Who needs to hear like one of us? Like, why not just both of us at the exact same time? But
Yeah,
anyways,
nobody needs to understand.
but yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So understand and comprehend.
Yeah. So basically, we're just big directioners. Always have been. 9-year-old me. Been healing my inner child by seeing all these concerts. Um, but for those of you who may not know, unfortunately, one of the members of One Direction passed away this week. And don't get me wrong, he was not a great person by the end of it, but because he was a part of our childhood, it definitely is like it's weird. It's a very weird feeling, especially seeing like the One Direction account posting those,
After like years of not posting anything.
yeah, like, and it was like it's just so weird to be like he's not here anymore, like don't get me wrong, I didn't know him personally, so it's not like I lost someone from my life, but it's like I lost someone who was a part of something I looked up to kind of thing, and it's
Hmm.
very weird. Also, my wrist just cracked. I don't know if you heard
I like think I heard it, but it wasn't anything that I was like, what was that? Um, but yeah, it was definitely like I know obviously all of the boys made posts for Liam, like with pictures either from like I don't know when exactly they were like definitely
that.
older pictures.
Definitely the 1D days at least.
Yeah, yeah, no, for sure. And like I just want to point out, like, I know somebody on TikTok mentioned like, hey, this was before any of them had like posted anything. They were like, just so you guys know, like they don't owe us anything. And like I was 100% like, of course they don't. Like they don't have to say anything at all. But all of them did like have their own little pieces to say, which like, I thought it was really sweet that they did that. And like,
I'm just glad that because they posted, they can get on with their lives off of social media. I saw somebody, there's been a lot of negative stuff going around with that, and I don't want to get too deep into it, but like one thing that really made me mad was my coworker, who's a big One Direction fan, sent me a link to an article that was like, the headline was Niall Horan, like a somber Niall Horan spotted outside in London just hours after like this happened. And I was
mhm.
like, can you leave this poor dude alone? Like he just lost a really close friend.
Yeah.
Like don't be writing random ass articles about him that he doesn't it's not even what information are you putting in there that he was out on a walk?
Yeah. It's
Good for him.
like, I don't know. I do think all of them deserve their privacy. Obviously, like Liam's family deserves their privacy more than anything. And like,
I really hope they were able to find out before we were
I hope so too. It was just very,
immediate.
yeah, it was very tragic. It was extremely unexpected, obviously. And like, I think a lot of people were just, like Morgan had said earlier, it's just like a lot of people don't really know how to feel like as a fan because it's just like, obviously nobody was expecting it. We're all just like, what do you mean? I don't
Yeah.
know. But yeah.
We didn't really want to get too deep into it, but at the same time, it's like I definitely do think it's important for us to talk about because it's a big thing that happened, you know?
Yeah, and obviously, as we mentioned before, One Direction was a huge part of our lives growing up. But yeah, but like, just wanted to talk about it just a little bit. But yeah, wishing the best for Liam's family and to the One Direction boys. And
In other news, I'm going to not ignore it, but go back to last week when I thought this was happening today.
yeah.
Um, so, fun fact, Shawn Mendes was supposed to have an album come out today, but it got pushed back to November 15th. And then Joe Jonas was supposed to have an album come out today, but I think that also got, I don't know if that got pushed back to November 15th. I know it got pushed back to like November or something.
Hmm.
But that's not happening anymore. Those did not come out, surprisingly.
Hmm.
But that raised the question, why did two big musical artists push back their album releases? And let me tell you, it's because somebody bigger is releasing something, announcing something. Um, Sources say it's Katy Perry. No, Lady Gaga, I think. One of them. Sources
Okay.
say it's one of them. I think it was supposed to be Harry. Me and half the internet thought it was going to be Harry Styles because he likes to just do random, he likes to do whatever Harry Styles does. Like, he could just drop something and it would go viral, platinum. I don't know. Like, as it was, did so well when he dropped that.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So I had so much hope that Harry Styles was gonna release something today. I don't think that's happening, but
Yeah. I don't think so either. But
I had so much hope. I was about to be, if Harry Styles announced something today, I would have lost my mind.
no, I think
I
like
just got a notification from Austin and I really thought it was gonna be a notification being like Harry Styles and I was gonna be like, no
give it like pause.
way.
Oh my gosh. But you know, music industry.
It's a crazy place.
I don't know. But you know what, Morgan? I'm done talking about the music industry. Halloween time.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. It is October
It is
still.
October still. I love Halloween. It's
And
so
if you're bummed about it, too friggin' bad.
I'm going as a bat for Halloween. I finally got my costume.
Morgan looks so slay in her costume. Like,
Do you
I thought you were about to be like, let me just get changed really quick.
let me just do I have where is it? Oh, it's on the floor over there. But we're doing it. I bought it for my photography club is doing this like Halloween thing. So for it, we were getting our promo pictures done. So I went and I got my pictures taken as a bat. I'm gonna wear it to the event too, which is actually on Friday. Very excited. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine.
I hope so. I made a couple videos and stuff out of the footage I took, and I have to figure out how I want to edit some of the time lapses down to like different things, but we'll see how that goes. I'm so excited. I love Halloween. I don't know what I'm doing for Halloween. I'll probably just be like watching scary movies or something.
Yeah, me too. I finished watching The Bride of Chucky and The Seed of Chucky just the other day.
That one scene from The Seed of Chucky where I think it's where the son comes out as non-binary. I've
Hmm.
seen that on TikTok a couple of times and it makes me laugh every single time because I'm like, these are killer dolls. What is happening?
I know. Honestly, like I like appreciated the scene because I was like, ooh, non-binary people, woo. I mean, I don't know like how many people would have been like, I feel seen right now by this puppet, but like I don't know. I thought it was cool about like at the end how there was like both like a boy and a girl, like that like the puppet's spirit. I don't know. I thought it was interesting. I was like,
I've
okay, like
never, okay,
sure.
here's the thing. I've never seen the Chucky series. I've never seen it. My uncle loves it, and I remember he used to live, so 15 years older than me. So by the time, I was like a little kid, he was still living with my grandma. I would go, if I was going into his room to like hang out or something, he had so many Chucky dolls. He had this giant like Chucky doll in his room displayed or whatever. I don't know if he still has it or not, but he loved it. He also loved Killer Clowns of Outer Space, and I've seen parts of that movie. What a movie. What an interesting movie. Wasn't there another you were watching Terrifier?
I was watching Terrifier. I've been really on like a kick of just trying to like see. The thing is, I have like Plex and like Hoopla, I think it's called.
I need to
Right.
so I had a no, my I was using my uncle's Plex account and then it stopped working, so I should just make my own because isn't it like free?
Yeah, no, it is free. Because like you can't watch like everything on there, but there are like a few things that you can. I think I watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre on Plex too.
That's how I watched Spider-Man. Was I was prepping for No Way Home and I was like, I'm just gonna watch every single Spider-Man movie. So I watched him on Plex.
I love that. No, it can like yeah, like obviously they don't always have everything, but like sometimes they do have like the most random movies. Like the Chucky movies, I watched all on Hoopla and like that you just need like a library card for. But
I
like lo and behold, they have like the second and third one on Netflix. Didn't ever know that, but not the first one.
Okay, here's the thing. I saw that. The second one is leaving, I think, but the third one isn't.
Yeah, and it's
I'm like,
like,
why would I watch the third one if I haven't seen the second one? And you're not gonna have the second one on there? Like,
I don't know.
if you're gonna make it leave, at least make them all leave at the same time.
Yeah. No, that makes no sense. But yeah, I the Terrifier was also one that I watched. I think
I
I
didn't make
watched
it
that
through
one on
the.
Prime Video.
I think what am I watching it on? I think I'm watching it on Hulu, actually.
Okay.
I can't
Yeah, because
remember.
they have Huluween.
I can't remember if it's Hulu or something else.
I think
Maybe
it's
Paramount?
definitely Hulu.
Maybe
Oh,
Paramount.
maybe Paramount. I don't know.
Who knows? I have no idea. But I so I never watched the first one. So I started the first one and I got maybe 20 minutes into it and then I had to leave for something and I was like, it's okay. Like I saw the second one first, which I know you're not supposed to do. But I really liked it's not that I liked it. I almost puked several times watching it, and then the ending made me so mad, not to spoil it for anyone, but it gets kind of paranormal and I hated that because I'm like, why? But I really want to see the third one. I'm just so afraid I'm gonna like feel like disgusting afterwards, which I probably will.
Yeah, I mean, like for anyone who doesn't know, Terrifier is definitely very gory. But like honestly, it's weird because
I
it
love
didn't
art.
bother me as much as I thought it would. Not that I was just like,
The only reason I
what?
think it bothered me was because it was so unexpected. Because I hadn't seen the first one. I didn't know who Art the Clown was. I had no clue what was happening. I think that's the only reason I was like, hmm.
Hmm.
Also, like I said, I recently learned, I didn't say this on the podcast, but I recently learned that there is like a prequel that came out in 2013 before Terrifier. And I definitely probably should watch that one first, or like go back and watch that before I finish Terrifier 1. But I want to see Terrifier 3 so bad.
I know. I like, and now that I've like watched the first two, I'm just like, well, now I have to see the third one. I mean, like, come on.
The thing that interested me the most, I think, with the second one was those little cereal commercial dreams.
Yeah, that
Those
like,
interested me. That's why when you were texting me about it, I was asking you, does it mention cereal? That like
mhm.
those scenes were why I was asking about it because I was like, I had no clue if that happened in the first one or not, or if it was just some random dream.
Yeah. I know that like part confused me because I was like, wait a minute. Because at first I thought, oh, okay, the entire rest of the movie is gonna be like shot like this. But I'm like, surely not. Surely this is like her actually asleep. And
I think
like,
those dreams are like how they transition into like the fire in her room, and then him with the machine gun really threw me off.
I know. Honestly, that was very much giving me like Nightmare on Elm Street. Like with the dream concept being like, oh, that happening in the dream. Because like the fire part coming to like I don't
Life
know.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't really remember night. See, I remember I didn't like Nightmare on Elm Street. I just didn't like it that much to for it to be memorable for me. Um, I remember him like he traveled through shadow or whatever. Like it was some really weird thing.
Mhm.
But I've never watched past the first one. But some of the I need to get into more of the like horror, like the classics, you know?
Yeah, that's what I've been like trying to do. I mean, not that I'm calling Terrifier like a classic because I don't
Terrified's not bad.
necessarily.
And I
Yeah.
think the character's becoming a classic, but it's not like it's not like Chucky where it's or like Killer Clowns or anything.
Yeah, true. I would just like to say it always makes me laugh. This is gonna sound really bad. It just makes me laugh how easily he just rips people apart. Because I'm like, that's so not how that works. Like, surely, um, I know, like, okay, this is like talk of like graphic content. So if that freaks you out, you could skip. But like, okay,
We'll
I
put a warning
understand
on this.
like him cutting that one girl's like literal scalp off. I
Oh,
get
their
that because he
bedroom.
was like using, yeah, yeah, yeah. He was like using, something sharp to do that. But the parts where he like ripped, I don't know if this was the same one, where he like ripped her hand. I'm just like, there's surely no way you could do that. Like, but then again, this is also a clown that like literally like shot
The
himself
clown,
and like
like I
was
say, yeah,
alive.
this clown can't die. So like, the I will say, the ending, that very last scene of Terrifier 2, that got me. That really got me. That was nasty. I watched Beetlejuice 2 when it came out, and that ending scene, I don't know if you've seen that. There was an ending scene that reminded me so much of that ending scene.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Although I will say, wasn't it just his head? Like,
It was just his head.
yeah, that got me. I was like, oh God, what is happening?
Yeah, that part I was just like, so what
I genuinely
happened to
think
make them connected in that way?
I genuinely think the point is just that he can't die. Wasn't she? Because that lady that gave birth to his head, um, that wasn't she like in parts of the movie where it was just like her in the psych ward, or am I just making that up? Where just she just kind of appeared at the end.
Well, she was in the first one.
Oh, was she?
Yeah, so
Okay, okay.
yeah, because in the first one it's like the sister and her friend, and then like okay, so yeah, it's like the girl and her friend, and then her sister. Her sister is in the second one. She's in the psych ward. She was the only survivor of the first one.
Oh, okay. Because like I said, I've never finished the first one, and I really should, but we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, yeah, so that's probably why you were like, wait, what? Because like the way it starts off is like similar in how I feel like I just spoiled it. It's not really a spoiler
Yeah,
because
so we're
like
sorry if you've
whatever.
never seen these, but they've been out for a while.
Yeah, but go
Definitely
watch them if
don't
you want to or not.
definitely don't watch them if you have a weak stomach. I wouldn't say I have a weak stomach. The act, it's not even gore that gets me, it's the act of gore, which I don't know how that's any different, but it's like, if I were to see someone like actually slice someone's hand off, I guess I'd be like, "Ugh." Needles get me.
Yeah, that's a little rough. I'm not gonna lie. Some parts got me more than others, if that makes any sense at all.
I I forget the parts that got me, like, I don't remember what got me more, but like, they were,
Sorry, I was just thinking about when I texted you, and I'm like, Morgan, I got jump scared by the cereal box falling out of the cabinet. That actually got me. I don't know why, but I was like, please tell me I did not just get scared by that because that wasn't even like the scariest part of the movie. That was literally like they're just in their kitchen.
I was, so when I watched it, I was at my roommate's house. I think it was like last year. Um, I was at her house, and her brother decided we're gonna watch, like, I think he was like, oh yeah, it finally came on Hulu or whatever. So we're gonna watch it. And I was like, oh, I've never seen the first one. And they were like, it doesn't matter. So I was like, okay. So, and then my roommate was like, oh, just so you know, it's like it's not that gory. Like you'll be fine. And then we watch it, and I'm sitting there the whole time between halfway between like puking and just sitting there like. like mouth on the jaw on the floor. Like, what am I watching? And I turned to her at the end of the movie and I was like, what the? And she's like, I promise the first one was not this gory. And I was like, okay. And they're just turning the gore. I heard threes either is like just gore, not even story, just gore. So
Awesome.
I don't know. I don't know what the actual storyline is. I think it's like them overcoming what happened in the second movie, but
Yeah, it's definitely like, oh my God, if I could remember names, that would be fantastic. Oh my God. Sienna? No,
Sienna. I think it's Sienna.
something like that. And then was it Jonathan is her brother's name?
I don't know.
I don't know
I don't
either.
think the only character I learned the name of was Art.
Art the Clown.
I don't even know how I learned that one.
Creepy guy. You know, I have to tell you right now, in order to be able to like get through the second one, I had to watch an interview where I just saw like the actor. That way I could be like, okay, you're not a creepy clown.
Apparently, he's a really sweet guy.
Yeah, he seems like a really sweet guy from like the interviews that I watched. I was like, okay, yeah, yeah, you're fine.
I also want to know where in the second movie did they discuss the like in the first movie, do they discuss the origin of like the little his figment of his imagination of a child, you know?
She's not in that. That's why
That's
like
what I
when
was
she
that's what I thought. And then I was like, where did this child come from? Because obviously it's a figment of Art's imagination, but then where did Art come from? Because like,
exactly. But the thing is, it's like the little he like killed the little girl. But the part that was confusing to me, I was like, okay, well if she's a figment of his imagination, but other people can see her, but it's like only
well, can they?
Sienna Sierra and like Jonathan.
Well, maybe everyone can see Art.
Yeah.
Did Were they able to see her? I
But
guess they
the thing
were
is,
because
like the
they were running
guy
away,
in the
I guess I think.
laundromat didn't see her.
Yeah. But he saw Art.
Yeah.
But I guess Jonathan and Sienna were running from her in the like circus,
Yeah.
I think. I'm like vaguely remembering this movie. I'm like I will say
No.
it's definitely a movie where if I saw Art the Clown, if I see Art the Clown on Halloween, even if he's just like a person, I'm going the other way. I'm not risking it.
Oh, it's just like, yeah, because what gets you is that he doesn't say a word. He just
No,
looks at
I
you.
think it's hilarious. I love Art the Clown so much. I love clowns. Like I don't like it's not that I like clowns. If one came up to me, I'd probably be like, get the fuck out of here. But
Get away from me.
I'm not scared of clowns. Like and obviously like if Art the Clown came up to me, I'd be like, actually, I'm gonna go. Have you seen those TikToks where it's like when oh my God, it's like with Art the Clown. When you're being hunted down by Art the Clown and you just give up. Like, have you seen those videos? Because it's like you're not gonna survive no matter what. He just appears.
He does just appear. You know, that one scene where when he's like downstairs getting a drink of water and like the one girl like sees him. I'm like, girl, run the fuck away. Like, granted, I'm sure he'll catch up to you, but like the way she was standing there for so long, for so long, and I'm just like, what? Oh, him giving out candy in the mom's head. Ew. Ew, that was so disgusting.
Also, I feel like the entire second movie could have been avoided if Sienna didn't just no, it wasn't Sienna. Oh my God, the girl that got her entire head ripped off or whatever, like, and her mom saw her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if she
Crap.
didn't just she wouldn't have died if she was just nice and put it in his trash bag. She threw that candy at him, so he had to pick it up. Like, don't do that. Do you want to die? Like, that's why you died.
I know, it's terrible. Like, come on, people. Let's be nice to the clown.
Let's be nice to the
Um,
murderous clown who can get in anywhere he wants.
I know the way he just smiles and he's like,
If I if I ever see Art the Clown in real life, I'm other way. Focus on someone else, not me.
see, the thing that got me was I was like, okay, I feel like they made the first one, but they were like, okay, let's just ditch like everything about that and start like this whole other new plot to the point where I was like, well, the first one's just gonna be like so insignificant. But I guess like they probably wanted it to tie together more, so that's why they had like
Like,
Vic, I think her
um,
name was, is the one in the psych ward. I'm 100% sure.
I never learned their names. I'm so bad at learning characters' names.
Okay. But yeah, I don't know. Like, it's just like it's such a different movie. Like it's so drastically different to where I'm like, okay, no, like the plot in this one is a little better because it's like, okay, their dad like died, but
Or
like he like yeah, like he literally made art and like sketched him out and like literally like every photo that was in that was in the first movie. It was like how a bunch of those people died and like he sketched that out and I'm just like, oh my God. And I was like, I swear to God, like listen, there was one point in time where I was like, if Art is their father like reincarnated somehow, I'd be so mad. I'd be
oh my
like,
God.
why?
Here's the thing. I love a good paranormal movie. Actually, this is gonna be my transition into Hell Week. I'm so excited for Hell Week. I love a good like paranormal video. It just has to be accurate. I watched The Conjuring and I laughed. I wa-
Why are you
I also watched
laughing at The
The Nun.
Conjuring?
I watched The Nun when I was drunk. And that was like I wasn't even paying attention at that point. I was like, this is all I remember is like all these ghosty things like flying up the screen, and I was like, okay, what is happening here? Like this makes no sense.
The Nun freaked me out. I couldn't even
I'll have to
finish
watch
it.
it like sober.
I couldn't finish it. I was literally so freaked out.
See, I just think they're funny because I'm like, I know these movies are just so exaggerated, but at the same time, they're so entertaining to watch.
Yeah. I'm a scaredy cat. I
You should,
literally had to stop watching Terrifier 2 and I texted Morgan because I was like, I'm hearing noises. I'm scared. But anyway.
we'll have to watch horror movies when I come home.
Yes, please.
Oh my God, you know what movie I watched? I said I was gonna segue into Hell Week. We'll get back to that.
Okay. I was like, do it now. But yeah, go
I
ahead.
watched Thanksgiving, like that movie with Addison Rae's in it. Um,
Addison Rae is in that movie.
mhm.
You've got
uh,
to be kidding me.
Eric Shepherd
Mm-hmm.
from Grey's Anatomy.
Mm-hmm.
Some really hot dude who I think gets his head cut off. I don't know his name.
Some really hot dude who gets his head cut off.
Yeah, it's called Thanksgiving. It's a not a horror. I guess it is a horror movie, but it's like a murder. It's not paranormal, which I liked. The graphics on it were so bad, though. It was so like at some point someone's head gets cut off and like there's blood everywhere, but the blood is just so fake. It's like it's made me laugh. But definitely an interesting movie if you would like to watch it. I don't think you'll get scared from it because it's not paranormal and it's literally like it's kind of like Terrifier where something happens and then like a year later something happens kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
But it focuses on like the year after the first thing happened. It's just kind of like it's there for backstory kind of thing.
I
Um,
got you. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
yeah, I it's definitely a movie. Let me tell you, I also watched that with my roommate and her family at her house, and we were sitting there, and I was like, what is happening?
Like, I am confused.
It's not even that I was confused. I was just like, there's just so much random, like, stupid decisions, you know,
Mm-hmm.
so
Yeah.
many stupid decisions. Like, just be smarter.
People in horror movies and their decisions. I
But
don't
yeah,
know.
anyways, my final segment into Hell Week. I'm so excited. I love Sam and Colby.
If you couldn't tell by the Explorer merch.
This wasn't even on purpose. I was like, I want to put it on today, and then I was like, we're gonna talk about Halloween. We should talk about Hell Week because it starts on Sunday. I didn't get into Sam and Colby actually until last Hell Week, which was this week at the Conjuring House, and I only got into it because Kaitlyn was telling me how good it was. And then I binge watched all their videos last winter. Um, and let me tell you, it's something. There's like a lot that they've seen.
Yeah,
I'm big on like ghosts and stuff. Like I believe it. So
I do too. I think like I was telling my brother, I had him watch the Sally house when the 8 ball fell. And I fell asleep and he was looking at me like, "Are you awake? I'm fucking scared right now." And then I had him watch the one where oh my God, I forget where they were, but the door slammed when Colby was in that room by himself. I
was
wish I remembered what video it was, but he was
yeah.
literally like, "Can you give me a sign?" And the door just slams. And then they got it again later when nobody was in the room to be like, "Guys, like that
I feel
happened. I
like
didn't kick it or anything."
the only reason I'm like I don't know what video it is because it's happened so many times where they're like, "Can you close the door?" They went to a prison asylum with this group called the Boys, and I watched that video. I actually made my mom watch that video, and she doesn't watch like scary stuff because she's like, I hate that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
I just kind of had it on the TV, and she was watching it, and she was pretty interested in it. Like I'm not gonna lie. One thing I will say is as much as I think Amanda is very entertaining, my mom, I don't know how to feel about her, but my mom doesn't think she's a real medium.
Mm,
So I thought that was pretty interesting.
yeah. I mean, like, I don't know. I like it's hard to know because like we don't know her personally,
Yeah.
but like I
There was
don't
a whole
know.
lot of drama surrounding her. Obviously the Conjuring house.
Yeah, the Conjuring house, more specifically with was it, oh my gosh, what were their names? Satori and, oh my gosh, what were the other
Cody
guys'
and
names?
Story.
Cody and Story, thank you. Obviously there was
I feel
a
so
lot
bad
with
for
that.
Satori because Satori apparently didn't know. I'm like, how are you cracking your ankle like that though, Cody? Like what?
Yeah, I never actually like I
That's what
heard a little
that's what
bit
I heard.
about like what was going on there, but
What
yeah.
I heard was that he was cracking his ankle, but the only other thing is it's like how are you making like the going up the steps? How are you making like the ground over here shake? Like that's what I want to know. And then apparently the owner of the Conjuring house was just went like psychotic on them, which was so great.
Hmm.
She told them some pretty horrible things from what I heard.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's like, because I know there was that whole thing with oh my gosh. I won't get into it, but like there's just been like a whole lot going on with that,
Yeah.
with like Sam and Colby in general. But like
Holy shit.
so in this Hell Week, they bought a school, did they? Is that what happened?
They
So
bought us.
now they like own a haunted building.
People were asking, I think when they announced it, it was like, so are we able to go inside? And I'm like, why would you be able to go inside? Like, I'm sure they probably like leased it. I don't know if they genuinely like bought it, but like
Hmm.
probably got some sort of permit to be able to film these videos in the school.
Yeah.
Unless they genuinely bought a school and then they're gonna open it for people to go something, you know?
Because okay, I think it's what? Um, Chris, Selena, Josh, the triplets, and who else is a part of Hell Week? Was that it? Was that everybody?
No,
I'm
they've done
trying to think of the
is it like
poster.
4 videos.
I thought so, because I'm assuming like I would assume Chris and Selena would be one video. I'm assuming Josh is like a third, and then the triplets obviously would be together.
Oh, it is just them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unless they're doing like
Also
a,
only 3 videos.
yeah, so only three.
So probably one by themselves, one with, or maybe like one with Josh, one with Chris and Selena, and then one with the triplets.
Oh, so four.
Well, no, I don't know if they're gonna do any by themselves unless Josh is going with Selena and Chris.
To make it like three and three, and
Yeah.
then like one.
Because,
Yeah.
or I guess like 5 and 5 because it can't Sam and Colby, but
Oh yeah, yeah. You know, like Sam and Colby, the channel.
you know, the main people. I'm very excited to see this. I will be, um, I actually have photos I have to take for photography, and instead of doing that, I'm going to be watching that because I love when Sam and Colby post. It took me a while to get through the Gettysburg video, though.
I didn't watch that one until like just recently. Funny enough.
I had to watch it twice because I stopped paying attention.
Oh no. Honestly, like I hate to admit it, but my attention span is not the greatest. And oh my God, literally nothing makes me angrier than like saying like I don't have a great attention span, because then it just escalates into this whole thing where it's like our generation, blah, 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 we can't do anything, blah, 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 don't know how to use a map, blah, 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 because that always is in the argument somehow.
My mother, every time I'm like, I don't know how to get there properly, I'm like, I'll just plug it in my map. There have been several occasions where she will literally just start giving me directions and landmarks, and I'm like, what do you think the GPS app is for? Because I can't take verbal direction. I have gotten lost using my GPS. Like, like how?
Oh, gotta love GPSs.
Luckily, I've never gotten lost on my way to school. I have gotten lost on my way to the Target that's an hour away from my school, but I've never gotten lost on my way to school. Because
And
that's
that is a
two and a half
win in
hours.
my book.
Yeah. One time I got lost. Several times I've got lost in Jersey.
Oh, New Jersey,
Oh, Jersey. We love Jersey. No, we don't.
home of My Chemical Romance. And um, I don't know what else I was gonna say. I was gonna say produce. I think that was just because I was thinking
Tomatoes,
Garden
maybe? I
State.
don't know.
Yeah. Oh my goodness gracious. All right, Morgan. I think we've yapped enough for today's episode. I don't know about you, but
Yeah, I gotta start getting ready for a game that I have to go to. I gotta do graphics, I think, today, and I don't know how to do graphics, so we'll see how that goes.
Morgan is a busy, 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 busy woman. She got a lot going on. And I got nothing going on. I'm just chilling.
But you recently got a job. How's that
I
going?
did. It's going so well. I finally was able to ring up customers yesterday.
Oh, fun.
And let's just say some people were very patient with me, and I thanked them for that. Other people were not so patient.
I
Understandable. They
I
just
know
wanted to
the
get out of
area
it.
where she works because I also work there. I
Love
gave her
it.
a good warning beforehand because
Yes, you did.
some of those people are something.
Yeah, but that's customer service for you. Sometimes you meet the best people, sometimes you meet the worst people.
Pay for Christmas.
Yay! But yeah, we love being employed. It's a great feeling. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
Alrighty then. If you don't, go follow the commitment issues on both Twitter and Instagram.
And YouTube. We have a YouTube.
Yes, Morgan works hard on these videos, so make sure to give her some love. Be like, we appreciate Morgan sitting at her laptop waiting for this to export for like 5 hours. But yeah,
We're never using After Effects ever again.
I don't know
Me and
about that one.
Adobe
I
have
think you're
beef.
telling a tale,
Me
but
and Adobe have beef. Um,
understandable.
anyways, so go follow Kaitlyn's Instagram too, because why not? And then go follow my Instagram because why not? We post interesting stuff sometimes.
Sometimes, I mean, every once in a while. I don't know. But yeah.
Anyways, this is gonna come out like right before Halloween, so happy Halloween. Be safe.
Happy Halloween! Be
We'll see you for the
spooky!
Thanksgiving season.
We're gonna talk all about stuffing and cranberry sauce and yeah. I don't know.
Just random Halloween. Nope, random.
Pumpkin pie! Pumpkin pie! All right. See you guys!